Hi, everybody. Let's take a look at a wider view around resistance and alienation. Resistance, we know, like in life, can show up in a couple of ways. Usually, it has to do with judgment, either towards myself or outward to some other person, in this case, other dancers on the floor. As a teacher, I have witnessed so many pairs of these polarized stances, introvert or extrovert. We are all presences who transmit and receive. Well, one benefit of soul motion is to find balance in both arenas. An initial display of a personality can be inflated or deflated. Either we want to be seen or we don't want to be seen. We have this fear of standing out, which really is kind of a false modesty, and we are willing to hide and play small. One fear of risking or looking foolish can sway our dance. We're probably happier sometimes being safe than being found out as not knowing or looking stupid. I can recall so many times in my life when my fear of being seen as ignorant or unhip or not knowing the dance or the step or how to do led me to not go outside and connect with anyone. I just wanted to be invisible. As a teenager, I remember the thought of asking for help would keep my stomach gurgling and feeling as if I were tied in knots, because for me, looking good was way more important than seeking out another person's opinion or help. I thought it was much better to go down in flames, looking as if I knew what was going on, than to be saved by asking someone to tell me what was going on. And that's a recipe for a real stilted dance, and probably cause for a lot of suffering. Usually, our ego, which wants to categorize and compare, will swing between grandiosity and deflation. And those two peaks of agitation are really a hard swing to continue to navigate. You can show up to soul motion in whatever state you're in at the moment, whether you're shy or apprehensive, weary, excited, curious, because we invite you to bring all of your resistance and feelings of trepidation and stories with you. To some degree, we all arrive at those places in life filled with the same basic desires and fears every day. You know, who will be there? Will I like them? Will they like me? Will I disappoint them? Will I be disappointed by them? This is the kind of mind chatter that generally shuts down any spontaneous impulse to participate. And, it's that spontaneous impulse to participate that really is the key for soul motion. We believe in allowing the mind to continue doing what it does best. Just let it suppose, let it analyze, let it judge. Just don't feel the need to follow it or to believe it. A good soul motion class will have a facilitator whose first task is to offer the dancer a way to feel safe to explore whatever is happening in their heart space, spaciousness, fearlessness, and they do this by embracing those very anxious questions and primary sensations. Whether you're feeling lonely or jittery or jubilant, resistance itself can be followed like a breadcrumb trail to the discovery of embodied presence. And embodied presence is really what we are about in soul motion. So I hope this is a little bit of a interest to you and presenting a wider view to the place that so many of us show up in class. Thank you. See you again.